Hey Gary, this is more just for you. Now since we were talking yesterday, I figured I'd go ahead and talk a little bit about it. So the first thing is the this is the V2 target that we were talking about from Tank Hobby. So here you go. Here's the sensor. So the two lights up here will go ahead and flash when it's hit, and then the sensor itself is actually right in here. It's already pretty much wired up to the board itself. Pretty clear instructions on how to wire up. Obviously main power, anywhere between 7.2 to 12 volts DC will work fine. Speaker will hook up right up here to the speaker port, just regular plus and minus. Then as you're looking up here, you have this row of jumpers. So on this row of jumpers, these are the actual hits that it'll take before it's destroyed. So you can go anywhere from 1 all the way up to 9. Right now it came default at 3. I didn't really see a reason to change it. This is a little microphone to change the sound if you want. So what that'll allow you to do is you can record your own sounds on that, and you just have to plug in a jumper onto these two to do it. Also has a little test button right here that you can go ahead and you can push and you can hear it. Let me go ahead and hook this up for you real quick. Now I am having a slight problem with this. It seems to be rather quiet. Alright, so it's plugged in. Lights are flashing. It'll stop after a second or two. There you go. And then when activated, now it is really quiet. I don't know why. I actually just emailed the guy Nick. I just emailed him and find out, kind of what the deal is, why it's sounding so quiet. I'm using actually one of the better speakers out of the system, a regular 8 ohm, but for some reason, just not sounding quite right. The other thing I wanted to talk about real quick is the Tamiya Apple, since I know you're getting ready to buy them, and this might be late since you might have already gotten all the info that you need from the guys up there at the battle day that you're at, but this right here, this is a regular Tamiya Apple base. So as you can see, it's kind of got like a little raised ring on the Tigers and the Tamiyas. That ring fits right in the cupola, and then that's how you know how you fit it. And then here's where the actual connection is, and you can take off this whole piece right here and then attach it as kind of necessary. As you look on the bottom of it, this will show you the direction of it. So the flat part that I was talking about, this part right here, this is essentially forward, and then here are your main 4 directions. So if you're thinking about doing the twisting it, you're going to want to put it in just so it's facing like that. So essentially you have your 4 corners will be marking your 4 corners of your tank, and then this being regular cardinal directions, front, back, left, and right type of deal. So that is what the connection looks like for the impact, or for the Tamiya battle unit. And I did want to talk a little bit about both the Impact and the Tamiya, since I have them both, and I know you were curious about them, especially since one is cheaper than the other. I'm going to throw a video of them actually shooting up pretty soon too. Alright, so right here are your 2 pieces. So the one on the left hand side, this is the Tamiya one, and then the one on the right is the Impact one. Easy way to tell, you can look on top and it'll actually tell you if it's Impact or not. You can just read it right up there. It says Impact. I don't know if you can see it too well with the light. Other than that though, these look very, very similar. Just kind of looking all around them, the design is very, very similar to these. Couple of things that the Tamiya has a little locking lever right here. It's not really needed. It's not like these things are going to really fall out, but you have it. Some of the tanks, it's a nice little feature to have. It just helps you know it's secure. Also, the Tamiyas are more of a the color out of the LEDs is more orange. As you're looking at these, you'll see you'll see what they both look like being fired at pretty soon. But and the impact ones are obviously close to the white or clear, and that's really the kind of the big exterior notices out of the two. And then when you turn them upside down, this is really where the big difference is as far as why they're incompatible with each other. So the pinouts are the same on both of these models. You don't have to worry about the pinout being different at all. But you can tell though that the size difference for the exterior part where it's actually going to plug in is a lot different. The impact is a lot more streamlined. It doesn't have it's not as big as to where the Tamiya is a lot bulkier around. Both of them kind of go out towards the back of the tank, or at least for the cupola. I just replaced this the impact one into the Tiger. It fits in just fine. Didn't have any issue with it fitting in. I'm pretty sure it'll be the same way with no matter what tank they go into, either one. So that's all it really. I mean, that's both of them right there, side by side. You can't really tell any kind of difference just by looking at them, other than the LEDs, and then impact is actually written up on top of this. I'm about to go do some shooting each other and figuring this thing out. Plug in the target too, so you can kind of see that. One other thing, as we were talking about it, so here is the Mako 2 board with the hammerhead. Obviously this thing is pretty ugly, but essentially the hammerhead has the so you get your 4 sensors right up here, each side of the tank, and then this is actually an IR transmitter as well. So the whole system's actually fully enclosed. Now you can go ahead and unplug the IR and not use it, and you can unplug the actual base. Nice thing I just found out is that the Tamiya connector on your Apple plugs in nice to this. It marries up perfectly, and the pinouts are the same. So I'm going to try some testing on that too. Could be a nice little feature, especially if I get a couple more apples. So just wanted you to think about that, because I think you've got a Mako. I don't know if you have a Mako 2 or not, but when he designed this thing, he put the smaller one on here to allow for the Tamiya to go ahead and just plug right in. So just something to think about. I'm getting ready to think about installing this thing into the Sherman right now. Just thought I'd bring it up. Hope you had a great time out there and out there at your battle day. If you're anything like me, you probably learned a lot, but you've also been at this a little bit longer than I have. So anyway, man, that's it. Let me go ahead and throw this up there, and I'll get I'll get a video of the tank shooting up for you too, so you can watch each other exchange hits, and we'll do a couple of shots at the actual target itself. All right, man. Until later.